Girl, yeah. So
Find
yeah,
her
that,
face.
that the barbecue
Don't put the
cauliflower
water food
is
near
so
the
good. Matter of
coal.
fact, let me go get
I
it.
said,
I'll
let's
get it.
practice fire safety, kids. Don't put the lighter fluid near the coal.
Okay, yeah. So it's the bird's eye cauliflower wings. These are amazing. These are amazing. These are amazing. Just want to put that out there. Okay. Let me share this. Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to RockTruth Cafe Live. Doc is in the building. She just not in the
Yeah,
camera.
I'm getting my coal started on this.
Let me see. Let me see. Yes, come on, Miss Nikita, then with the beans. This how I be for real, y'all. When I'm on Facebook, and this is not a joke or a test. I am this loud. Ain't nobody gonna be here. I'm just like,
Right.
come on through then, Doc. Come on through then. Then I scroll up. Ooh, look at this mint guitar and amp.
So y'all can see.
Oh,
I'm waiting on my new stand to
I
come.
need
I ain't
it in my life.
breaking the leg on my other stand, so we have to rig up a little bit of stuff. All right, so
You
I
ready
just
for
thought about
me?
I ain't even put the sauce on my
What?
dinner from the other time. It's not even dry. But this is my marinated chicken. It's oh, it feels so tender too. So I'm gonna put this. I gotta plug this
Ooh, that look
back.
good. That look good. That looks
Soon
good.
as it
Mm-hmm.
putting it right on the grill, and then that's pretty much gonna be the show is how long it takes to cook on the grill. It's like 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
Flip it halfway through, and I'm about to get my rice on. So here is, and the thing with the also what's gonna basically take all the time is the risotto because I stir it the entire time. That's what makes it creamy. So I'm getting my seasoning together. Ginger, anise. Oops, stuff over. I gotta get the chicken on the grill first before I start the risotto because I can't really um go back and forth like that. Once I get the what was that? Oh, I just knocked my blender over. I didn't think it was sitting on nothing. Measuring cup. We're gonna need a cup and a half of rice, and that's gonna make the difference from measuring for the risotto. And get the big pan. Where's the big pan? Oh, the dishwasher. Oh, I'm turn y'all see y'all can see. It's kind of bright out, but it's not really sunny. It's just a real bad glare. And kind of windy. The weather is gonna not be so great for the like next week and a half, but it's alright. It is okay because I got plenty to do that I don't want to get baked in the sun for. It was like super windy yesterday. It was storming nowhere. It almost blew plants off the balcony. It was
Doc.
struggling. I had to pull
Hey,
most
Doc.
of the plants. Mhm.
What kind of Cheerios on your refrigerator? I'm nosy.
Multigrain. Yep, those are my favorite ones. You can add, if you want it sweeter, you can just add a little bit of honey. But I like the way they taste by themselves. They cool. They cool like that. So this is, that's not coming out. So this is the pan I'm using for the risotto. So as you can see, something this size you know, with some depth to it because you don't want the broth to end up, you know, splashing out of the pan. And then I have to get a separate pot for my sauce. Now, with the broth, you can pretty much use any type of stock that you want. Um, however you want the flavor influence, that's on you. But we're gonna need let me verify. I think it was like 2 cups, 5 cups. I'm gonna say. Let me double check it. Yep, 5 cups. So you can either use vegetable stock, chicken stock. If you want, you can use beef stock. But we're making chicken stock. But you can also use like chicken bone broth as well if you want to increase the protein content of your rice. But I'm just going to use, what is it? These packets make 1 packet. How much? Read the directions because you don't want to undermix it and then you end up just adding a bunch of water to your thing. So I'm going to make sure 1 packet is a bouillon. Is this? Oh, those are different. For 1 cup. Okay. So I need 5 cups. I'm going to do 5 packets. 5 bouillon. So it depends on how strong you want the flavor. I want a good flavor. So I'm going to do 1 pack for each cup of water. So I need 5 cups of water. So 5 packs of this will be for my broth, for my risotto. And then I'm going to come with me. I got to check on my hose. Oh, it went out. It's really windy out. Make sure they didn't go out. Okay, are they perfectly hot? Stir this around. Okay, let me put my lid on it so I'm not losing my heat. And then I got to get my rack with my chicken together and my peppers. You don't have to barbecue the peppers. You can oven roast them, pan saute them, whatever the texture is that you're looking for, that you prefer. The peppers, you can cook them that way. I'm going to throw mine on the grill. Okay? So first, I'm going to get this broth going because I need to be warm by the time I start making the risotto. And that's pretty much all y'all going to see me doing is stirring rice for this risotto. But trust me, it'll be worth it for the creaminess. And then this is a very, very lean and protein-packed meal. So if you want to cut more of the carbs, you can use, instead of using like regular, because really like for the risotto, like the type of rice, I guess it's the short grain rice. I forget what it's called, like arobi or something like that, I forget. But really you can use any type of rice. It's more so how you cook it that makes it a good risotto. But what's happening? On top of you using rice, so rice is, you know, full of carbs and stuff. So if you're trying to cut your carbs a little bit more, you can definitely substitute quinoa. What else? Chickpeas, farro is another type of pasta. And it's like a short grain pasta, but I think it has slightly fewer calories than some plain white rices. You can do brown rice. You can do uh, cauliflower rice. However, you can't really make a risotto with cauliflower, although you could try. I don't know. You would probably have to use some type of cream though to make it creamy because the starch in the rice is what causes the risotto to be creamy. So that's why it's basically like pan boiling or pan sauteing the rice until it's tender. And that's how you keep the starches and stuff in it, and that's what makes it creamy. So I'm getting my broth together. I'm just running the cups of water. My coals are nice and hot. Gotta finish scrubbing this barbecue rack, and then put my chicken on the grill, and then we can get this risotto going. This is my first time making this, but it says it's only about like 20 minutes to stir. So you stir rice for 20 minutes. You have one job: stir the rice. I hope I didn't lose this water. I think this is the last cup right here. Fill up. And then, oh, I gotta grab my peppers too, because that's going right on the grill, right next to the chicken. On a little piece of foil, so it don't fall. Because they say like in a, I guess if you have like a little basket. Matter of fact, I could put that. My air fryer rotisserie basket. I could just put that on there. And it will serve very similar purpose. All right. So, it would help if I put the broth on. And then I got it in this cast iron pot. You know, cast iron takes much longer to heat up than regular pots, and but it holds the heat longer. It distributes it more evenly. So some dishes actually require you to cook it in an iron skillet or pan because it cooks whatever the dish is more evenly.
Is it true that like it holds the flavor as well?
It kind of does, depending on how old your cast iron skillet is. Because for the most part, you're not really supposed to like scrub it. Like you just disinfect the surface and keep it moving. You can take a hot not like soapy or like bleach, like really just hot water, and you really just scrubbing out like if you did like get anything stuck in the pan, you just want to scrub out the bit, but you don't really want to remove any of the oils and stuff. And so whenever you cook, the flavor is going to be trapped in the oils, and so that's where that kind of comes from. But yeah, that's how you temper the pan, and it keeps the surface from burning. It actually improves the heating capacity of it. So
Okay.
yeah, the older the cast iron skillet, the better. That's why it was a post like circulating where they was like a husband was mad at his wife, and then his wife was mad at him, so he tried to do something nice and he cleaned her favorite skillet. And they showed him he had scrubbed a coat, like it wasn't even black no more. It was just an iron skillet. Like I was like, why you do that to that woman pants?
Oh my God, I'm sure she was beyond upset. Like they had everything in it.
Exactly. It didn't even have a coating that comes on it because the skillet, it comes with the black coating on it.
For it, yeah.
Yeah.
I like those skillets. I love those skillets. Like,
okay. Yeah, they have the cast iron like griddle skillets too, so you can like kind of stovetop cast iron grill stuff. And I used to do a lot of stuff in those too. I had a little small one. Got my basket for my peppers. And basically all like the vegetables and stuff are already pre-prepped. Because that's what I was doing like all day Wednesday was prepping my vegetables because I had a whole bunch of stuff come in and I had to stop at the store and get a couple of other stuff, and then we didn't really have no room, so I had to prep it to make room. Oh, knocking stuff over. Knocking it over. See what if I set this in the sink, I wouldn't get marinade everywhere. And the thing with this is you can dump the marinade that the chicken was marinating in for sanitary reasons. So, you know, some people are like, why would I waste the person? Because it has salmonella in it. Like, don't worry about it. There's plenty more where that came from. So whatever doesn't stick to the chicken, don't worry about it. But this looks, let me bring it down here. This looks amazing. So this is, it looks so good too. Like, I really can't wait for this to grill on out. And of course I'm keeping my fruit. So I'm making sure the fruit gets on top of the chicken, but it really absorbed like most of the sauce and stuff. I think I used maybe about a third, 3/4 of a cup probably of marinade, and I used here. Once I get this spread out, let me show y'all. The fruit didn't make it already. Plenty more that came from. So all this fruit and stuff in here, this is just the mango pineapple salsa that I had made before when we had, I believe it was when we had the wrap. Yeah. No, yeah, it was with the salmon. It was with the salmon wraps. So this is the exact same salsa. And all I did was just throw it in the bag with, here, let me grab this marinade bottle. Are you cooking something special or unique for the weekend? This is about as special or unique as it's going to get. This grilled mango pineapple chicken. This grilled, oh, it's in the refrigerator. And that's another thing. Make sure you're refrigerating stuff when it says to refrigerate it. Like, some stuff doesn't require refrigeration until after you open it, and it'll say that. So this is the marinade that I use, sugar-free. There's the nutrition label. Trying to find a way to turn it. It is 0 sugar in it. So if you are a diabetic, I would say this is a pretty good option, and it's black owned. You know, why not? Why not support it? So he's got a couple of different stuff. He's got marinade and like some sauces and salad dressings. And I decided to try the orange ginger marinade because it's like two of my favorite things in the same situation. Why not? You know? Nani. Hey, Ty. I am making marinated mango pineapple grilled chicken on top of a basil pesto spinach risotto. And then I'm putting these cheddar bay biscuits with some mango on the side. Mango on the side. The mango butter is literally just mangoes blended in with the biscuit, which I gotta make sure my mangoes are thawed out. Otherwise, they won't blend well with the butter. So this is the salsa that I made Wednesday. So all I did was just put it in an old, it's not even an old mushroom bowl because I literally just got that bowl from the prep that I was doing that day, and that's just what was left. And my peppers. See, y'all gonna let me leave out my peppers too. I thought y'all had my back, man. Where's the peppers? Now I gotta remember because I sliced them up. Oh, they're probably in the drawer. They're in the drawer. I found this. I found this pretty red, beautiful red peppers. So these are gonna be delicious, and I'm just gonna put them in this basket on my grill rack. Up there. And all that basket is just the same basket from my air fryer. I didn't do nothing special or spectacular with it. Just repurposing, okay? Use what you got. It probably would have helped if I didn't drop these slices the same direction as the grate, so it wouldn't fall through the grate. Okay. Sheesh. And this is essentially one whole pepper. My hand is messy. Hold on. Can hold itself a little bit better. Okay. So that's just what it looks like on the rack. So I got my peppers. I'm about to sprinkle a little bit of seasoning on them. I'm using my Mia spicy everything on these peppers. And honestly, it's not like a hot spicy, like, oh my gosh, my whole mouth and face and everything is burning. It's a nice subtle, like, little something, so it's not overpowering, and it definitely adds a nice little flavor to the dish. I sometimes use them as a topper, like a post add, like, like salt, pepper, like, table salt, pepper, a little bit of that. And then a little bit of her garlic peppercorn seasoning on these peppers. I wish I could smell this because it smells delicious. Oops. Okay, so there it is, and I'm about to take it out on the grill. I need both my hands, so sorry, I'm gonna have to leave y'all here for a little bit. All right. So now we got most of the meal out there on the grill. Let's get this risotto started, and then I have to put the biscuits in the oven. That'll make it easier, and then I ain't gotta worry about it. So the biscuits can be done by the time I get everything else done. And I'm not still trying to bake this, so I think those take like 20 minutes to bake. So this is my little guilty addition to this meal. Okay. So when I found out that they sold these biscuits in the store, I was like, so nobody was gonna tell me that they had the biscuits, like I could make them myself, and I go, cause there was like no Red Lobster like anywhere near. Yeah, there's no Red Lobster like anywhere near where I like live for real. So it was at least a 45-minute drive, whatever you was taking. And I'm not doing all of that for no biscuits. Okay. And then they came with that. I was like, yep. And it's super easy to make. Let's see, all I need is a little bit of cold water, my cheddar cheese. You can either use like sharp or mild. I usually use mild, and there's not a lot of cheese. It's only a half cup, so this should be enough. I think that is. Oh, we did got some sharp cheddar. Oh no, I guess I'll use sharp cheddar. We shall see, because I might need a little bit more. And then for the butter sauce, so this for the sauce, you need 1/4 cup of butter. And when I do that, like, because you gotta bake it, so I just let the butter sit in one of my little metal cups on top of the stove while it's cooking, and it just melts the butter. So it's like 2 birds, 1 stone. Keep it simple. Oven on 425. And then put my So for those of y'all that didn't know that they sold these, they definitely have these, and they are delicious. They taste really, you got more of this one. They taste really just like how they are at the restaurant, except fresh. It's almost like they're fresher. Like, I don't know. I'm like, have y'all been giving me not quite fresh biscuits at the restaurant? It had me questioning some things. Like, seriously, what I do with my measuring? Oh, if it was a snake, it'd bit me. So first we gotta make sure we're getting cold water. If it's cold water, if they say cold water, they mean cold water. And this makes it just, you know, a nice, quick and easy addition to the meal. And then we're gonna put our 1/2 cup of cheese in here and first. That's it, that's all. So I might not need to start cutting. Oh, that worked. So that was a 1/2. And you add your cheese. This might be a little bit more than 1/2 cup, but I'm a little extra cheese. And so the cheese also adds protein to this. So, you know, it's a little bit of a cheat. Yeah, you get the calories and all that, but you got some protein. Like what? Almost 12 grams of protein. That's in the whole batch. That's not biscuit. Please don't eat the whole batch of biscuits. Don't do it. Okay. And it's supposed to be doughy because they're biscuits. So you shouldn't be able to pour it out of the bowl. Otherwise, you add a little bit too much water. But that shouldn't be an issue. And then I'm going to get my pan. And some foil. And we're going to wrap it. Just because it keeps the cleanup easy and simple. All right. Now, bread I don't have. Just a little bit of olive oil to grease it. And then just pop and shape the biscuit. So I think it says it makes like a dozen, like regular size, regular size biscuits. Okay. Oh, this is going to be a little bit of butter. And they, oh my goodness, man, look. If you've never had this before, you won't even understand what's going on right now. Like, you don't even understand what's about to occur. And then on top of that, on top of it all, I'm gonna add that little seasoning packet that they get. It's like a little herb garlic butter seasoning that they give you to add to the butter. for the biscuits to put on top. I'm making my biscuits a little bit bigger too, because we don't really need no small biscuits around here. Even Foot not going for no small biscuit. She eating the whole biscuit and then some. She gonna want your biscuit because your biscuit looks bigger than hers. So we just all one size biscuit, okay? Ain't that what you say, Mary? In the kingdom, we all the same, all right? So she get the same size biscuit as the rest of us. And then I'm gonna make this mango butter. And that's actually what I'm going to melt and put the biscuit little seasoning packet into is the mango butter. And then when they're done, I'm drizzling the mango butter on top. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. And so this is definitely a summer inspired recipe with all of the nice fresh tropical fruits, the mango, pineapple. The marinade I use has oranges in it, so you want to get all your citrus fruits and stuff in because they have great antioxidants that really rejuvenate and protect your skin from the sun. So red lobster bit, oh yeah, for certain, and they're super easy to make. So you can even have to make this the kids' task to make the biscuit. So it's literally water and cheese, stir. Stir and plop it on the pan. Keep it simple. Okay. So that's there. This is our bars. And we're going to put these biscuits in the oven. That's why I turned the broth off. I didn't even turn it all the way off. I'm going to turn it down. I'm not trying to cook off all the water. Because you need that for the bag. Alright, so turns out, didn't need the sharp cheddar. We had enough of the mild cheddar. Works for me. Now, I feel like I'm missing something still. Did I ever get the mangoes out? I don't think I ever grabbed the mangoes. Or mangoes. It's a long. This salsa is super juicy too. So y'all can see. You see, I put it is chopped up pineapple, mango, it's some red tomato actually, and then I put some diced up. See the orange? Those are sweet peppers. So some orange and red sweet peppers, and then the green is cilantro, and then of course it's all brought together with some lime juice, and then I'm just going to season it a little bit before I put it on my actual food. And that, my dearies, is a very, very simple mango pineapple salsa. I really thought I had no mango. So this is what I'm going to do. So now, because I think I ended up using all of my mangoes in my salsa, it's about to be a mango pineapple pepper salsa butter. So it's really about to come together with one band, one sound for this flavor, okay? So that's usually how I end up making, like, a lot of the stuff that I end up making is like random substitutions, like, oh, I thought I had some of this, or I used up all of that, and so I'll just find another way to get done, and it usually turns out better than probably what I had expected it to be in the first place because of the substitution. So I'm going to use this cup to blend this with the butter. Now the cheddar bay biscuits can call for 1/4 of a cup of butter. but I'm gonna do probably a half a cup because trust me, this butter you're gonna end up wanting to drizzle, probably drizzle a little extra, just a little extra on the inside of the biscuit too. I think it's like six biscuits on there, so 1/4 a cup can go on top, and then the other fourth in between them. So we are getting this butter together. Did I take time out? I did. Yay! I'm going to have to melt another stick because that's not enough. There's not enough butter. For this, I'm going to use I think I still got some sticks of unsalted butter in here. Yep, I do. So I'm going to use the unsalted butter because we all watching our sodium around here, okay? We don't do high blood pressure. If I start making them biscuits, the ladies won't leave the house. The ladies they're gonna move in. You know, say move over, Ty, and pass the biscuits. Move over and pass them biscuits. Let me get my tongs, because I believe it's time to check the chicken and turn it. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to leave. There's nothing for me to prop the phone up out there. I broke my stand, but I got another one on the way. So give me two minutes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Cold. I opened it and closed it back. Sure. My coals didn't go out. I'm gonna be up here all day trying to cook some shit if my coals went out. this butter down. 30 seconds should do it. Because you don't want the butter cold because the fruit and stuff that you're blending into it isn't going to blend into it well. But you want to completely melt it before you get the stuff in it because then it won't blend well either. So you gotta find the sweet spot. I need mitt, oven mitt, oh, here we go. Skillet holder. Okay, this will work. Let me restart my coals, y'all. There we go. It smells really good already, though. My bad, y'all. I had to restart the cold. It's really windy out, and the first time I started on the wind, they blew it out. I didn't know. But the chicken is definitely smelling delicious already. I just don't want it to take forever to cook. Okay, so we have, I put the whole stick of butter in here because this butter is going to be used more than just this one time, just know that. The wheels are already turning. So, yeah, I'm going to have to. And the thing with the mango butter, so if you're just using mango, you want to dry the chunks out. So I'm putting all of the juice that the salsa got, that got to go back in the salsa because we don't need that in the butter. Because if you get all that juice in the butter, it makes it harder for the mango to incorporate with the butter. So usually we'll say use a paper towel or something to dry it, but you want to get the mango chunks as dry as possible, but you want them to be fully thawed too. So if you're using frozen fruit, make sure it's completely thawed out. And then squish the juice out. All right. So now I did that, and then that's going in there. Okay. And my coals are ready now, so I'm going to put my chicken back on the grill, and then we're going to get this blended up and start on risotto. Okay. Oh, wait, y'all gotta see the biscuits. You gotta see these biscuits. Look at them. Oh my God. Wait, here, I'm gonna crack it a little bit. Boom, there you go. That's all you get. That's all you get. That's all you get right there. And then this lid on here. This from my little Ninja blender. I love this thing, y'all. Like, second best purchase that I've made since my air fryer. And it definitely gets the shakes just right, just how me and my little like. Cause she do not let me make a shake without giving her. It's like, well, where mine at? She'll come and stand there and sway back and forth, looking up at the blender like, is it done yet? You already know, some nothing but goodness in the cup. Okay. I wish they had a shorter cut for this, because this will make this a lot easier if it didn't have so much room to run. And everything just already smells so good. We almost there. Maybe I got left this risotto. Okay, now let me get my little 1/4 measuring cup, wherever it was. What did I do with that? Oh, if it was a snake, it'll be. I'm just in here. Losing stuff for no reason. Okay, so this is my butters. My butters. Now you can make, and the good thing about like making your own butters is that you can make it as chunky or as creamy as you like. And because the elements of this butter go really well with the dish that we're making, and also I got plenty of salsa left over, so it's gonna go real good for what I'm gonna make with the rest of the butter as well. But I want mine a little bit chunky still, so you can get those pepper and fruit pieces on top of your biscuit when you pour the melted finished product over your biscuit on the inside of the biscuit. Where my little spatula go? Ah. Alright, so let me get y'all back down here to the acting level. I had to move it because my little blender base. That's pulling it off the countertop. My little blender base takes up a lot of counter space, so I had to move y'all around a little bit. Alright, so y'all can see what I'm doing here. So this is my butter. This is what it, I don't know if you can see that. Let me try and get in front of the light. Okay, there we go. So that's what it looks like. So mine is a little chunky. You can definitely, especially if you have a food processor or something with a little less space than what I'm using, you can definitely get your butter creamier, and it'll have pretty much the same effect. So like I said, very personal decision, and that's what I like about doing stuff from scratch myself, because I can decide how I want it to turn out. And this is my 1/4 measuring cup, and I'll put this on top of the oven and let it melt down while the biscuits are finishing up, and we're gonna get this risotto cracking. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let me put my sauce back in the fridge, because I don't know about you, but even on fresh, freshly cooked food, I like my salsa cold. So now I'm gonna come over here. See if y'all will be able to pop this so I can. So boom, we need our garlic, and then I got some spinach. So the spinach is literally just spinach that I bought, like fresh baby spinach, and I sliced it up and froze it. So this is what that is. And then I got my peppers, and we're going to saute these in the pan first, and then we're going to add our rice on it. So we got our olive oil. And this is my prepped bulk garlic. All I did was just slice the garlic up. It's not even diced. Literally, I just took the clove. I don't know if you can see it. I just took the clove and it's sliced, but it's frozen right now. But you see, it's sliced into strips, and I just put it back in the bowl, and then I froze it all so that it wouldn't go bad on me. And then we're just gonna put the garlic in. Garlic is so good for everything. Great for like overall health, your immune system, all your little minerals and trace metals and stuff that your body needs for operating properly. Your garlic is going to regulate all of that. It lowers, I want to say, high blood pressure, helps fight diabetes, all kinds of stuff. Like if you don't have garlic in your diet, you are missing out. Putting me some poppers in this. Now, all of the stuff that I'm adding is optional, but like the flavor will definitely be different. So I definitely, like I said, I absolutely recommend getting your garlic in there. Oh, and I got some bottoms too, cut up. See, this is why it's great to already have your stuff prepared, because then you can, change up or decide, what else you want to add. My biscuits are, oh yeah, the biscuits are done. Oh my goodness, they look so perfect. Salt bottoms in there. I'm turn this up a little bit. And so here, I'm going to put y'all over here so y'all can see what I'm doing in my pan. Nothing spectacular, but it looks delicious, and trust me, it smells as good as it looks. This is my broth over here. I'm actually going to turn it off, and probably steamed y'all out, but that's the broth. And so once I get these vegetables cooked down where I want them to be, then we're going to add the rice, all of the rice. It's like a cup and a half of rice, I want to say. Yep, 1.5 cups of rice. I'm going to add it to this pan, and then we're going to start ladling in. So I got my ladle, and we're going to ladle in the broth, and then just cook and stir. Cook and stir, cook and stir. I'm worried. I hope my coals didn't go out on me again. That would suck. I go out, take my chicken done, and the coals then went out on me all the way. Look at these. Look at these. The biscuit. Oh, yeah, I only got one hand trying to do all of this. All right. I already turned the oven off. I just didn't want to leave them in there because they'll end up getting way too brown if I do that. So they have to come out. And then we're gonna put this on there so the butter can finish melting. I didn't grab the lid. I meant to grab this. Meant to grab the spoon. All right. So this. Oh yeah. So this is perfect. Now I'm about to turn the heat down a little bit, and then we're gonna get our measuring cup so we can measure out this rice properly. Any chance that I get to like actually measure some stuff, I will, because I eyeball a lot of stuff, and it's certain things I don't really like eyeballing. Grains is one of them because you can easily like overdo it, because you have a certain idea of what one thing looks like in your mind, and then it turned out to not be that at all. Especially when it comes to grains, flour, all of that. You want to go out of your way to like measure that stuff properly, because that can change the whole texture and consistency of the dish. And I'm not here to play them type of games. All right. So now we're gonna get this risotto cracking. So we do this for a little bit, and I am stirring the rice in the pan with the vegetables with no liquid. There is no liquid in this pan, so I'm just making sure all of my rice is completely covered with whatever oil is left in the pan. Now I'm gonna get my ladle. And we just start adding our broth. And we just add and stir. And then once the broth cooks off again, we add in some more. And we just keep stirring. And like I said, you can use pretty much any kind of rice you want. But you just have to be mindful of how long it's going to take for those rice, whatever rice variety that you choose to cook. Because you don't want to eat, undercooked rice because it's hard. So we're going to be doing this, and this, let me turn this down a little bit. So we're going to be doing this in this pan until the rice is nice and tender and creamy. Creamy and cooked. I need to turn it off. I'm trying to turn it down. All right. Okay, there we go. Now this rice, I got this rice at Aldi, and it's just the Rice Select Royal Blend. It's got Texamati white, brown, wild, and red rice. So that's the one I'm using. And like I said, I got it at Aldi. So nothing special, nothing spectacular. Am I seaming y'all out? And it smells good. Like I haven't even added like any seasoning or anything to this because I'm gonna do it at the end because we're adding the spinach and pesto paste. So let me get my pesto so y'all can see what I'm talking about. All right. Okay, so this is the pesto paste I'll be using, and I'm just gonna scoop out. How much did it say you used for this? Oh, I didn't add the amount of pesto on there. That's my bad, y'all. I have to go back and edit that. But this will be about a half cup, and then I'm just gonna add the spinach. The spinach in. And on the rice, we'll ladle some more broth in. And especially, like I said, just cooking the rice really slow, and then using the natural starches in the rice to make it creamy, as opposed to like adding a cream or like some type of milk, to it to make it. It's the same rice. It's the same rice, and this is a little awkward me holding it and stirring. Like I said, I got my new stand is on the way. I think it just went through too many ups and downs, like literally. And then I was going to readjust it, and the leg snapped on it last week. So I was like, oh no! So I had ordered one. I found a nice one like a couple of days later. But it should be here by next week. I gotta get in the real quick. But you know what I was watching on Netflix yesterday? Was it yesterday? Very recently though. There's a new show on Netflix called High on the Hog, and it's a book. It's basically made from a book that this I believe she's a doctor that she wrote. Yeah, doctor. That she wrote about basically where a lot of American dishes came from, and they came from, of course, Africa. You know, ooh, I just murdered my butter. Make no messes here. Now, the thing I will say about this mango butter, it is thicker because it has actual mango chunks in it, so it is thicker than like just regular butter. So it's more so like like I don't know, like a fatty mango paste. Probably that's probably a more accurate description. But I guess that's essentially what butter is anyway. It's just milk paste. Oh, but this so it had a lot of like interesting like ties in for the different dishes and stuff. Like the plant okra came directly from the motherland. They like went into the cuisine, and I think the episode I saw they were in men, and they have like traditional cuisine and stuff, and they've been like trying to make it on the gourmet level so that the rest of the world want to learn how to make those dishes like how they do with Italian cuisine and French cuisine. So I'm definitely gonna look into getting some of those recipes, something like that on the show, so we can definitely help honor our earthly roots as well, because we all move around and migrate, and traditions are lost and changed, but the nutrition stays the same. I definitely want to, delve into those type of recipes. They tend to be spicy. I'm not big on spicy stuff, but you can definitely adjust the level of spice because you're cooking it for yourself. That's why I cook stuff myself, because, I can cook it to my taste. I don't have to worry about being like, oh, well, I don't really eat that. and then I just got to eat it because I bought it at a restaurant and that's how they make it. And then and then especially if you're trying something new, you don't know what comes in the recipe because you didn't cook it, and then you don't know it until you get it. And it's like, oh, I can't eat this because it has such and such in it. So that's another reason why I prefer to cook my own stuff, and then that way I know the recipe, I know what's in it, I know what I need to substitute. I think one of my ears was cut off on me. Yep. Oh well, it's okay. Can y'all hear me? Disconnect.